Coach Stoops said Monday talking season's over. It's time to go get it on, so to speak. How excited are you to get things rolling?
Well, we're really excited. Just prepping for a game it just brings a different type of feeling about it. Everyone's excited, ready to get things started. Just think we're excited to hit someone different. We've been going against the same guys in practice here for a while, so just a different feeling. We'll be playing for all of our fans in the stadium. Everyone's just really excited, ready to get going.
Speaking of fans, we're getting close to a sellout. How does that make you feel? Obviously, you got to be excited for a pretty much sellout game. But is it expected from you to be Miami of Ohio to be kind of one of the first really big atmospheres going into the season?
I just think it speaks to our fan base that's been devoted to us ever since Coach Stoops got here. I mean, we're trying to grow that culture of football in Kentucky and grow that fan base. I think it's just a testament to them and their dedication to us as a program to be willing to sell out a game that's not necessarily, the Georgia game. I mean, they're all big games, but to have the first game of the year be a sellout, I can't remember last time that happened, so I'm really excited.
I don't know if you heard his comments or not, but Coach Stoops said Monday that the tradition of great center play here at Kentucky's in really good hands. What does that mean to you?
It's just nice to have the confidence that they believe in me and being able to put a good product on the field. I mean, we've been really spoiled to have two really good centers the past couple of years and another one before that. It's just some big shoes to fill, but I'm excited for the opportunity.
What about those two new guys to your left side? That's a lot of the focus this week in the talk has been about how rare and unusual it is to have two young guys on the left side of the line.
I'm excited to see them play. I mean, they've earned those times. I mean, they earned the time to there at the start. It's not just given out here, and they've earned those things by being consistent, being reliable, and being just very athletic and tenacious football players. So I'm excited to see them get an opportunity to have all their hard work and practice pay off to be able to get the start.
Coach Scangarello mentioned smart too. How big of a factor is that for a guy to play that early in his career?
Yeah, it's just their attention to detail. I mean, most young guys, it's hard to have that attention to detail day in and day out and to get bored with some of the details, but it just speaks to their dedication to this sport and to this team that they're not going to let, an NFL playbook or college football get to them. That they're just going to show up to work every day and give it their best shot.
How have you took a sense of pride, a sense of leadership, knowing that you're the only person that started here in Kentucky on that offensive line? You took on a leadership role knowing that, or has it just been kind of business as normal?
I've taken on a bit of a leadership role. As being the center on this offensive line, I feel like it kind of calls for more of a leadership role than it did for me last year. And so just being able to communicate and have relationships with all of our guys, I think that's a big thing. With center, our communication starts with me and it has to go all the way out to both sides. So I think big thing for me is just knowing all five guys on the field as best I can, knowing them outside of the field, so we can kind of be all thinking through the same brain, seeing things through the same set of eyes.
Sounds like Miami has got a disruptive guy at nose or one of the defensive tackle spots and a guy in the middle linebackers that's played forever. What is your approach when they have two guys like that kind of above you?
Yeah, it's just, that program's had a lot of consistency. The same head coach for 9 years. They have players who play a lot of snaps. I think they're picked to win their division in the MAC this year. So it's a good football team that plays sound defense. They play hard, and they'll be playing hard. I mean, they're going to want to get off every block. They're not just going to let you get into your fit and then finish your block. They're going to strain and fight to get to the ball. So it doesn't change anything. We're going to prepare the same way for everybody, but we just have to just know especially that we have just got to strain. We've got to get our fits. We've got to fight through every block all the way to the whistle.
That battle of left tackle was one where it seemed to come down in the last week, and all those guys seemed to get better. What did you see from them this offseason, and what excites you about David getting that first start?
He plays with great length, and he knows the game he has a good feel for the game, I think. He comes from a football family. His dad played in the NFL. His brother played college football at center. So, he just has a good grasp of offense. He has a good grasp of playing football, and I think having that experience, that knowledge coming into college has really helped him out.
How big of you mentioned the football family. How big of an advantage is it for guys who played with like that have been around the game so long and had the dads and the brothers like that?
It's just a big advantage. Just kind of the way you talk in a football facility is a little different. In high school, and when you get to college, you start talking about who, the Sam, the Mike, the Will, underfronts, overfronts, coverages, shells, all those different vocab that you don't necessarily hear in high school as much. To kind of know what that is and have that background knowledge coming into college makes things a lot easier.
Was there a moment in camp where David, had a particular play or a day where you thought, oh, we're going to be all right here?
I think it's just not been a particular. I think it's just been throughout the course of camp. Like I said, the consistency. You don't win a starting spot on one good day because everyone can have a good day. Everyone has bad days, but it's stringing together and building good days on good days on good days that earns you those spots. And I think that's something he's done. It's just been consistently building and getting better consistently throughout the year.
With David and with Jagger, how much have you been able to kind of help them out and kind of be a leader as well as a teammate?
It's just been good to talk to them, have them in, show them how to watch film, because it's a little different when you have a starter to bounce ideas off of, but now all of a sudden you're that starter. So it's it's just something to bring them in and show them how, like, okay, what do you notice about this guy? What patterns do you notice in the film? What things you see you can take advantage of? What are your strengths that he proposes you can take advantage of? What are his weaknesses? What are his strengths you need to watch out for on the opposing guy? So it's kind of bringing them in, showing them how you prepare, because it is a lot different preparing for a game than it is just a practice. So just kind of sharing my knowledge on that and sharing my experience. People like me, Kenneth, and Tayshawn, who play a lot of snaps, they can help them out a lot in that way.
Do you feel like they might have some pregame jitters, at least with this first one, just going out there?
Yeah, I mean, everyone should a little bit. I mean, I think it's healthy to have some pregame jitters. I know I'll have mine, so because it's just, you put a lot of work into this and you only get so many opportunities. So I think it's healthy to be nervous and to want to put your best foot forward the whole time.